Hey, you YouTube and Snapchat and fuckers. It's your favorite day of the week. Welcome back to another installment of the Friday Wrap-Up. Well, I gotta say, it's been a quiet but big week, you know? I mean, a lot of stuff happening in the news and in the world, and a lot of stupidity just running fucking wild, you know, like a streaker at a football game. So before we get our show off the chain, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. I'm drinking a poor man's margarita, or a lazy man's margarita, a little Libra tequila and 7-Up. You know, this was my drink of choice when I was down in Mexico. You know, it's just actually apropos. Next week is Cinco de Mayo, next, I think, Wednesday. So, you know, dust off those sombreros, break out the maracas, get yourselves a margarita, a couple of tacos, and throw a baby into the Rio de Janeiro. I mean, celebrate Mexican Independence Day the way it's supposed to be. So, first up, Nostrilgate. That Cuomo saga continues. Well, it's been a few weeks now, and there have been no new sexual harassment allegations. Oh, woohoo. The state attorney general has been very quiet about that bullshit investigation that she's conducting and how this douchebag is back. Now this douchebag's back to his daily briefings. So we don't hear about any new allegations. We don't hear about, you know, the 15,000 senior citizens he clipped. All we do is we hear him, you know, pontificating about how fucking great he is. Lately, his daily briefings, however, have been outdoors, and he's always been, and he goes to like different venues, you know, where they're doing these little pop-up vaccination centers, and he makes it a point. Don't say I'm jumping on the race bandwagon yet, okay? Because he makes it a point of surrounding himself with only black people, and he does this to show how all-inclusive he is and how he's not racist. But let me ask you a question: has he harassed any black women? No, he's only harassed white women. That's racist. That's what I say. I mean, you know, if you're going to be all-inclusive, then you should be harassing everybody, okay? Not just white chicks, you know? I mean, that's just not right. Next up, this motherfucker, the devil racist. I mean, why wouldn't you want to harass a nice, fine-looking sister? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know them Italians, they get along with the sisters. You know, they love them big, strong Italian men. You know what I'm saying? They've been taking our women for years. Pops, take it easy now. That motherfucker's a racist, and you know goddamn well he is. He climbing up in the Harlem, and yet he ain't touching nobody. That's bullshit. That motherfucker racist. I'm gonna tell you something right now. If I was him, I'd only be harassing black women. Because, you know, they got them curves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. Not these flat-head looking white chicks. They look like paper. All right, Pops. All right. You know, he's very passionate about that. Anyhow, during these pop-up briefings that he's doing, he's always talking about how everybody should be vaccinated and you shouldn't be worried and all this other bullshit. He basically mocks people for not wanting to get vaccinated. You imagine this shit? Okay, so he's very condescending how he's talking about it. Like, I mean, there are some people that, you know, they are. Listen, I'm one of them. They're legitimately concerned about any long-term side effects. And he mocks, he goes, oh, there's the scientists, you know, that they think that, you know, all things are going to happen. Meanwhile, every medical professional in the world is saying it's safe. Yeah, now they're saying it's safe. Here's my thing with this. If you want to take a vaccine, go ahead. Not stopping you. But understand something. This medicine is not FDA approved, which makes it experimental medicine. So while you're that's why they're not charging you for it, okay? They can't charge for experimental medicine. Insurance companies won't pay for it. So they're saying it's free. Like they're doing you a fucking favor, but they're not. Because once the FDA signs off on it, now all these pharmaceutical companies that are putting this medication out become liable for any long-term side effects. So you could be sitting somewhere one day, you know, and you see a fucking commercial on television, you know, 20 years from now. If you took the corona vaccination in 2021, your nipples could fall off. You know, shit like that. So if you took it before it became FDA approved, you got no legal recourse. You can't sue. if you wait until it has an FDA approval, you'd be surprised. You're going to see a lot of shit changing with that. Once the FDA has to approve it, you're going to see a lot of changes happening. Because at that point, now they become fucking liable. So me, I'm simply waiting for an FDA approval. So if I grow a third nipple on the side of my fucking neck, I can at least call my attorney and have him go sue somebody. That's all. Very simple. Okay? Every time this motherfucker talks, I just want to throw the son of a bitch like a vicious beating. Like an old school Brooklyn beatdown. However, I got this was brought to my attention today. There's a new TV show on Fox. If you got Hulu, I guess you could stream it. It's called The Real, R-E-A-L. And on the episode this week, they had a Cuomo puppet. I would put the video up, but it'd be copyright, infringement. So go Google this. Just throw Cuomo puppet into your Google search engine, and the video clip will pop up of this shit. I almost shit myself from fucking laughing. They have a fucking puppet, okay? Better looking than Pops. All right, they got a fucking puppet that looks just like Andrew Cuomo, and of course, he's just, making fun of the fact that, he's just touching everybody. The fuck you mean he's better looking than Pops? I am a handsome looking motherfucker. Look at all this nice chocolatey felt and shit. Motherfucker, let me tell you something, man. I used to stroll up into the neighborhood and them women be like, ooh, Lord, girl, here come that fine looking motherfucker. That's what they used to say to me. Fuck that shit. Better looking than Pops. My black ass better looking than Pops. Anyway, go check out The Fucking Real on Fox, on Hulu. It's fucking hysterical. Your Corona update. So, based on some new scientific and I use that in the loosest sense of the word, research by Fauci and friends over at the CDC, they now say that it is safe to not wear masks when you're outside. You must have heard this. Upon hearing this, someone in the White House woke Joe Biden up from his nap. And he toddled him outside to the press, and he declared that if you are fully vaccinated, okay, you've had all of your 19 shots, you don't have to wear your mask outside anymore, unless you're in a big crowd. So if you're fully vaccinated, you can wander around outdoors without a mask, unless, of course, you're at an outdoor concert, some kind of big crowd. However, okay, there is a light at the end of the tunnel here. However, if you're partaking in a BLM riot, you don't have to wear your mask because rioters don't get the Wu flu. It's a scientific fact. That's another Fauci and friends fun fact for you. Now, my question here is this. Were we supposed to be wearing masks outside this whole time? I mean, it's fucking fresh air. Are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I would periodically see people wandering around outside, walking their dog or jogging with a mask, 2 masks on, sometimes 3. And I'd make fun of these people. I would mock the fuck out of them. And I come to find out that I was the one who was wrong. Apparently, we're supposed to be wandering around like a bunch of fucking mummies outside with masks on. Did you ever imagine? I don't know what the fuck is more enraging. The fact that these people think we're this fucking stupid, okay, that we actually believe all this bullshit, or the fact that there are people out there that actually are this fucking stupid that believe this fucking bullshit. I want to throat punch everybody. Every time I see somebody wearing a mask, inside, outside, 2 masks, 3 masks, I want to walk up to them and I want to crack their fucking windpipe. I swear to God, the whole world has gone completely fucking insane. The masks don't work, kids, okay? Yeah, I know, for compliance reasons, we wear them to get in and out of places. But if you actually think that these masks are preventing any kind of fucking... Like, if you sneeze through one of these masks, you're going to spray. It's just fucking... It's common sense, okay? So it's not protecting you. If they actually fucking worked, think about this for a second. I know it's a difficult concept for some people, but think for a minute. If it actually fucking worked... The caseload for fucking the coronavirus would be almost down to 1/3 by now. You wouldn't even need a vaccine. It don't work, okay? There's actually no science that backs up the fact that it works. Could it be a prevention? Yeah, I guess. But you got a better chance of not impregnating somebody by wearing a condom. And that's a 99% chance. I mean, this doesn't fucking work. It's not a face condom. Unless you're going to wear a plastic bag over your fucking head, it don't work. Okay? So, enough with these masks. And the only way we're really going to get rid of them is if we all collectively band together and say enough. You know? I mean, because if you listen to these panicky fucks, you'll be wearing a mask until the next fucking presidential election. Okay, when they re-elect Donald Trump and he goes, do away with the masks. That's the only time we're actually going to get rid of these fucking things. Otherwise, unless we fucking say enough's enough and band together and just say, no, fuck it, I'm not wearing a mask. Like the other day I walked into a Dunkin' Donuts and I was about to put my mask on. I always wait till the last minute. And some lady made a fucking comment that I was outside not wearing my mask, and I looked at him and went, you know what, fuck you, now I ain't putting it on. I put it in my pocket and just, they won't serve you. I'm like, watch me. I walked right in. You know something? Guess what everybody did? One, they didn't look at me, because they probably figured I looked a little mental. My guy Raj put my coffee on the counter, I didn't even have to fucking speak. Walked right out. If enough of us start doing that, these businesses are going to go, you know what, fuck it, just fucking serve them. Okay, enough. Enough's enough. Listen, you know how we broke away from colonial law back during the Revolutionary days? Enough people went, no more. We're done. Enough. We're going to do it our way. Hey, listen, you can't make an omelet unless you break a few fucking eggs, all right? On a positive note, however, Governor Nostrils has said that he will look into improving full capacity on all New York State beaches for the summer, provided at least one more woman says that he harassed her. New York State legislation has recently repealed the law requiring you to order food if you just want to drink. So now you can just go into a bar like a normal, regular fucking person, sit down and order a cocktail if you want, without having to order a full meal. Listen. New York State the governor thought he was doing the restaurants a favor by putting that law into place, and he wasn't, because anyone in the fucking restaurant industry knows that all restaurants and bars make their profit off of booze, not food. Food is the loss leader, so he was actually costing them money. Let him drink. Okay? I mean, shit, how much booze can you possibly drink until 10 o'clock anyhow? Which brings me to my next point. Governor Nostrils has finally relented and said he will be lifting the bar and restaurant curfew. Now, don't quote me on this one, but I believe around May 15th, they're going to be lifting the curfew for outdoor venues. And by the 31st, just in time for Memorial Day, they'll be lifting the curfew for indoor venue. However, capacity issues remain in place, so the social distancing and masks, that will all remain in force. However, at least you could still hang out a little bit. You know, you can at least go out past midnight. All right? So, listen, it's a start. It's something that makes me happy for the restaurant business. They could start to maybe get back some of their clientele, make some fucking profit for a change. And that's it. That's your Corona update. Anyway, you know what time it is now. It's your favorite part of the show. Get your tickets out, kids. Put your shoes on, dust off that umbrella, and get ready to take that magical ride on the old crazy train. It's about to leave the station. All aboard! Woo-hoo! Okay, first stop, New York City. So, we haven't talked about good old Mayor Muppet Hands in a hot minute. And boy, did he have a hell of a fucking week this week. He crawled out of his hole. He's like Staten Island Phil. So, this week in New York City, there have been approximately 46 shootings within the last 7 days. Okay? And I guarantee you, none of these people had registered firearms. So just so you understand that, okay? You want to talk about, you want to talk about weapons control. So, with the police being neutered and quitting in droves, where's the protection? 46 shootings in 7 days. Okay, and this motherfucker is sitting there on press conferences saying how safe the city is. Are you on drugs? Safe? Kidding me? 46 shootings in 7 fucking days. I'll say it again. Okay, so,
again, like I said, the cops aren't doing... Well, first of all, they're told to stand down, mind their fucking business. Meanwhile, cops are being disrespected by people in Manhattan, in the five boroughs, left, right, and center. A detective the other day got wrapped in the face with a stick by some fucking asshole, okay, who was just walking down the street and clocked the fucking detective as he was investigating an actual crime. So, listen, in my lifetime, that should never happened. Okay, when we were kids, you got out of line with the cops, they kicked the crap out of you. And that's just the way it was, okay? Listen, I took a few beatings from the police myself in my day. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But that's how I learned. Keep your mouth shut sometimes, stupid. Anyhow, so without having proper police protection, how are people protecting themselves? I mean, let's prevent law-abiding citizens from protecting themselves by preventing them from getting actual licensed firearms the proper way. Because I'll tell you the truth, if these criminals with their illegal firearms knew that there are more fucking licensed law-abiding citizens packing heaters, they're not going to be too fucking trigger-happy, especially in New York City. If you do have a license to carry a weapon, you're not allowed to carry it in the city limits because of crime, which makes no fucking sense if the police are looking in the other direction. So, just putting it out there. So, that being as it may, the Mayor Muppet Hands and Governor Nostrils are arguing as to when they should open the city. The mayor seems to think that July 1st is a magical fucking day to declare New York City open for business. Governor Nostrils wants to do it sooner. Okay? But are you fucking kidding me? It's like fucking Beirut. What are we opening? Half of these fucking businesses are out of business permanently. Okay? So, they might still have restrictions on the restaurants. They may not. They haven't worked that out logistically. Personally, I don't think you can if you want to open up Broadway. But now you got this crowding issue. So now you got no social distancing. And people wearing masks, not wearing masks. So that all shoots that theory to shit. That social distancing and masks are actually preventative if you don't have any kind of capacity issues in New York City. And if you decide to open New York City with capacity issues in place, then you're not really fucking opening it. And not to mention, there's the element of crime and all the fucking protesters. You could be sitting on the sidewalk having dinner, they come right up to you, they fucking smack you in the head and cause all kinds of problems. So, kids, New York City is done and done. Okay, that's it. It's a memory now. It's like that fucking Billy Joel song. Miami 2021 or whatever the fuck it was. It should be Miami 2021 at this point. So, that's just the first stop on the crazy train. Next stop, we're going to make 2 stops in Washington, D.C. Bam, bam. First one, FDA lawmakers are now looking to ban menthol-flavored cigarettes and cigars. Okay? And they're saying, this is what I mean about this shit. Everybody wants to fucking use the race card. Okay? And in my opinion, people who placate, or when you have a group of fucking stuffed shirts going, well, we want to do this for the black community, because that's their excuse for banning mentholated cigarettes, because apparently only black people smoke mentholated cigarettes, according to them. I didn't say it, okay? They said it, not me. Which, in all actuality, most of the black people that I know that smoke usually grab the Newports or the Cools. Not that I got a problem with fucking menthol cigarettes. When I smoked, I would grab a pack of menthols every time I had like a little sore throat or something, because it numbs the back of your throat. It's a cooling sensation. So they're saying it makes it harder to quit when you smoke mentholated cigarettes, which is bullshit. Okay? And now they want to come after fucking flavored cigars. I don't know why they're bothering the cigar smokers. Okay? But they say they're doing this to, save the black community. I really don't think that anyone asked to be saved. Government has to stop meddling in certain things. If people want to fucking... Marijuana is legal, just so you know. Marijuana is legal. Mentholated cigarettes, no. How does this fucking make sense to you? I don't understand, okay? So, I can't go buy a pack of fucking Newports, but I could go openly smoke a fucking joint anytime I want. Does this not... I don't understand how these people come up with these fucking laws and regulations. Leave the menthol cigarettes alone, motherfuckers. Next stop in D.C., let's talk about the catastrophe in Chief's new climate plan. he's got this new infrastructure plan. Everything's infrastructure now on how to reduce greenhouse gases and make the world a greener fucking place. So what are the side effects to this? They're saying. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but this has been all over the fucking news, all over social media, so I gotta, of course, mention it. And there actually is some logic to it. One of the side effects of his new Green Deal would be in order to reduce greenhouse gases, would be to reduce the bovine community. For you non-scientific people, bovines are cows. So by decreasing the cow population, because according to AOC, farting cows are making a fucking hole in the ozone. Cows have been on the fucking face of the planet since the dawn of time. Now all of a sudden, every time they fart, there's a hole in the fucking sky. How about fungal, this one too? So by reducing the cows, it would be reducing our beef intake. Get this shit. Numerically, they want to reduce our beef intake to 4 pounds a year per person and 1 burger a month. I shared this, my eyeballs almost popped out of my fucking skull. I ate 4 pounds of beef just 2 days ago, okay, for dinner. Are you fucking kidding me? 1 burger a month? This, believe it or not, is how communism starts. I'm not even being a fucking smartass. You're gonna wait in line for a fucking pound of chopped meat? Are you fucking kidding me? That's what they used to do in communist fucking Russia. Look it up. Okay, this is taken right out of the fucking Lenin handbook. I'm telling you. All right? So, by doing that, he's talking about how it's going to create jobs. By doing that, you're going to kill the fucking ranching business altogether. It's gone. Dairy farmers are going to be gone. So, you're not going to be able to get a glass of milk. Okay, unless you're drinking some fucking almond milk or plant-based bullshit. Now, don't even get me started on the plant-based hockey pucks they're trying to pass off as fucking meat. Steakhouses are going to disappear. And if someone does sell a piece of steak in a restaurant, it's going to be fucking $3,200, okay, for one piece of meat. Gotcha. This motherfucker's out of his goddamn mind. Someone needs to stop him, okay? Give him a bowl of soup with like some fucking Xanax in it and put him to sleep for the next 3 fucking years, okay? Oh, God, I don't know what the fuck. What kind of fuckery is this that they want to take away our meat now, okay? Seriously. First the menthol cigarettes, then the meat. This is how it starts. What kind of fucking world are we living in, all right? The Mets are doing better than the Yankees. Men are women, women are men. No steak, plant-based fucking hamburgers, oat milk, almond milk, coconut milk. I mean, when the fuck did milk stop coming out of a fucking udder? Can I know? Next stop, California. So, Governor Newsom's recall is in. I wish we could recall our fucking governor. Okay? So they signed a petition to recall Governor Newsom. It got passed. So they're going to have a fucking election. Now, I think the next couple months. And guess who's running on the Republican ticket? Caitlyn fucking Jenner. Okay? Formerly known as Bruce Jenner. Now, 2 things come to. One, I was shocked that Caitlyn Jenner is a Republican. Because typically, people of the LGBT community tend to lean towards the, the more liberal side of things. But far be it from me to stereotype. Good for him. Secondly, now I'm not saying this because Bruce Jenner, and I call him Bruce Jenner because that's how I grew up, remembering this floppy head fuck running marathons, on a box of Wheaties, okay? So I don't mean any disrespect when I call him Bruce. That was his fucking given name. Bruce K. I mean, if you really, I saw him recently on television. He basically looks like a guy in drag. Okay, whatever he paid for his operation, he should get his money back. But I don't think he, she, whatever pronoun you want to use, is fit to be a governor or to govern anything, mainly because they got no fucking political experience at all. Being married to a Kardashian is not exactly a resume build. First of all, canonization as a saint, yes. Okay? Because anybody who marries into that Kardashian family has fucking an absolute disaster in the end, okay? These Kardashian women are poisonous. That's like poisonous pussy right there. Okay? And I can back that up. Here, look at the old man, Robert Kardashian. He married Kris Kardashian, Kris, whatever the fuck her name is, he died. He's dead. He's got 3 daughters, right? Khloe, Kim, and whatever the fuck the other one's name is. Okay, they fucking destroyed every goddamn guy they were with. That Scott Boras guy, raging alcoholic. That was the only white guy that married into that family, aside from Jenner. Okay? Then you got Lamar Odom, who OD'd 92 fucking times. And then, look, I didn't think it was possible to make Kanye West worse. He shacked up with Kim Kardashian. He's out of his fucking mind. The guy don't even make music anymore. He makes sounds. You see him, he's like, he can't even make words. The man can't speak no more. I don't know what these fucking Kardashians are doing. And then this poor fuck Bruce Jenner, he was the worst of them all. This was like a man's man. He shacks up with Kris Kardashian, and the guy went so fucking bananas, he cut his dick off and became a woman. Okay? And now he wants to run for governor. So I don't think he's mentally fit, you understand what I'm saying, to be governor of anything. So I wish him well. Good for him. I'm glad he's a Republican. We love his endorsement. Fantastic human being. I hope they find another fucking person to run on the Republican ticket. Maybe they could save California. Maybe. Anyway, that's your fucking crazy train ride. Next up, your sports update. Okay, let's start with Major League Baseball. The Yankees, this is probably the only fucking accolade they got all year. Yeah, the Yankees beat out the Orioles for last place. Okay, they were slugging it out all week. Who was going to be the fucking bottom feeder team? And the Yankees win. And the nice. I'm beyond disgusted with this team. Okay, I'm to the point that I don't even want to watch baseball anymore this year. Okay, I just, every time I see the fucking Yankees on television, I get this fucking knot in my stomach. I want to put my goddamn head through the television. Okay? I am happy to report, however, that the Mets have slid into third place, just like I said they would, behind the Phillies. The Phillies are still in second. So, I got a little bit of hope with my red and white stripes. Now, despite their debacle with the Cards last week, this week, I should say, they did stay in second place. And I gotta tell you, I fucking miss Joe Girardi. Okay? So, and I gotta tell you why. So, Wednesday, the Cardinals reliever, his name was Genesis Cabrera, another refugee from some third world country. He drills Bryce Harper with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, clocked him right in the fucking face. How he didn't break this guy's face open, I don't know. I mean, it just like, it hit the opposite side of his cheek. It bounced off his cheek, but flattened him. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. That's like getting hit with a bullet, okay? Lays him out. Right after he drills fucking Harper, Didi Gregorius comes up. This cocksucker fucking drills him in the back with another 97-mile-an-hour, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, two fucking batters back-to-back. Now, ordinarily, that would eject the pitcher. But now they got this new fucking three-batter rule that they can't pull the guy, unless he pitches the three batters, unless an umpire makes a judgment call. And these fucking umps are useless motherfuckers. So Girardi sees this and becomes enraged. Okay, comes flying out of the dugout like a wild chimpanzee. His arms are flailing. It was fucking hilarious. Okay, he starts screaming at everybody. The guy just lost his entire fucking mind. I love it. Okay, it's that guinea temper just came right out, you know? So I think he's a Sicilian too. So I know how that fucking temper goes. Believe me, anyone who's been on my bad side who's seen me get pissed off, you know what I'm talking about. So he erupts. He gets into all the umpires. Like, there was 3 umpires. He gets in their faces. He starts yelling, kicking fucking dirt out. He's yelling at Cabrera over the fucking umpires, telling them to throw the ball over the fucking plate. You hear the guy swearing like Osala. I love it. Okay? He's screaming at the umps. He's screaming at the fucking manager. Well, of course, they eject him. And as he's walking away, he's still cursing a fucking blue streak at the umpires, that this fucking dumb-looking son of a bitch pitcher and the fucking manager who refused to come out of the dugout. St. Louis's manager saw Girardi go bananas and stayed in the fucking dugout. This fat fuck. He didn't come out. So, I gotta say, this is why I loved Joe Girardi. I never thought he was the best manager on paper. But the guy was just a fucking passionate baseball guy. No nonsense, no bullshit. He got fucking results. Okay? I mean, like, his mechanics maybe weren't, textbook, but hey, I never hated the guy. You know what I mean? I do. I miss him. I miss him as a fucking manager. Because you don't see that fucking seed-chewing mongoloid Aaron Boone doing any of this shit. He just stands there like a fucking dead baboon and decided to chewing on fucking pumpkin seeds like a cocksucker. Okay? A fucking shitbag of a manager, Aaron Boone. Speaking of shitbag managers, the NHL Rangers got absolutely destroyed by the fucking Islanders the other night. 4-0. I mean, it was an annihilation. Okay? And that game pretty much eliminated them from any kind of fucking playoff hopes that they had. They could have had a shot. They could have had a fucking shot. They could have had a little bit of a point edge, and all they got to do is catch the fucking Bruins on a couple of games. This fucking took them right out of the rodeo. So, the fucking Rangers are done for the season. They should beat that fucking manager, David Quinn, with a bag full of hockey pucks. This fucking pretty-eyed fuck. He don't know what the hell he's doing. Okay? Like I said, the fucking best games the Rangers played was when this asshole was out for COVID. He got COVID twice. He didn't die. Okay? How do you get COVID twice and not drop dead? Told you, the wrong fucking people are dying from this virus. The right ones ain't getting it. Let's talk about the draft a little bit. NHL draft. So, the Giants picked up a wide receiver, which was a useless pick, but the Jets picked up a new quarterback from Brigham Young. Zach Davis, I think. The fucking name just shot out of my head. Everybody seemed excited until this asshole throws his first pass. Like, they were all excited about fucking Sam Darnold, and he was a fucking lemon. You listen, I don't know too much about this fucking new quarterback. I don't know his stats. I mean, he came from a Mormon college. How aggressive can they be, right? But it doesn't matter how good of a quarterback he is in college. The minute you get to the New York Jets, that's where fucking happiness goes to die. All right? This fucking team cannot get their shit together. I'm telling you, being a Jets fan, and I'm not a Jets fan. I don't hate the Jets. There's only one New York team I actually hate, the Mets. Every other New York team I like. I have my favorites, obviously, like the Yankees and Giants and, you know, the Nets and all that shit and the Rangers, but I don't hate any New York team except for the Mets, and that's a whole other story. But I'm not a Jets fan per se, but I know a lot of Jets fans. A lot of my friends are Jets fans. And I feel bad for them because it's like you're in an abusive relationship where you think you're the problem. Okay? Like, how the fuck you could be a Jets fan after this disgusting fucking season that just passed? I don't know. And I get fucking enraged over this shit because, you know, as fans, we spend a lot of time and money and effort into a season. You know, yeah, a t-shirt's a t-shirt. Fine. A baseball cap's a baseball cap. Who gives a fuck? But, you know, we spend time watching these fucking games, and time is not something you get back. Yeah, I can always scalp a ticket. I can always sell a t-shirt on eBay or some shit. That's money you'll make again. But that's not the point. It's the time that you put into this shit, and then the disappointment that you get when these motherfucking millionaire crybaby cocksucking bitches that are all fucking political activists all of a sudden, okay, don't fucking perform their job. Listen, if I don't do my job well, people get hurt. I lose my job, I can get sued, I'm held fucking accountable for it, right? When these assholes don't do their job right, who suffers? Not them, they're still getting their fucking millions. Us! So you know something? I think we should start holding them fucking accountable. If they have a shit season like the fucking Jets did last year, like the Giants did last year, like the fucking Yankees are doing right now, fuck them. Blacklist them. Fucking, you know, boycott them. Maybe that might get, you know, if we stop spending money on tickets and all kinds of bullshit and not tuning into the games, let me tell you something. You'll see a big fucking 180 on that shit. Okay? That's my 2 cents on that. So, I mean, if you're one of these people that sits there and watch the draft from start to finish, you need a hobby. Okay? I'm sorry. You need to get a life. But I caught a couple of things here and there. Like I said, Giants picked up a wide receiver. I'm not fucking impressed. And, you know, the Jets, they can't seem to get this shit together. If they got a good quarterback, they got a shit fucking coach, or a shitty offense, or a shitty defense. If the defense is good, the offense sucks. You know, they never are firing on all 8 cylinders. I mean, they've won 1 Super Bowl since the 60s. And that was Joe, you know, Broadway Joe Namath, my man. Listen, I would love to see the fucking Jets win a Super Bowl, at least in my lifetime. Okay, so I could say I was alive when they won their second one. But personally, kids, I don't see it happen. The Knicks will win a fucking championship before the goddamn Jets win a goddamn Super Bowl. That's just my prediction there. Speaking of NBA, good news, the Brooklyn Nets have clinched the playoff spot. Well, whoop they fucking do. Actually, I was happy about that. I'm not going to lie. But there's no word on when James Harden will be back. Personally, I doubt he'll be back at all this season. You know, he's out for a torn hamstring or torn ACL or some shit. They said indefinitely, which means they're not going to risk rolling him back. I mean, they're not going to bring him back during the playoffs. He's going to be cold. He's going to play like shit. So he's probably done. Same thing happened at Durant last year. I mean, but then again, he's always frail. So this is what makes me nervous. Because you sneeze in Kevin Durant's direction, he's done. Okay? He's a very frail man. Yes, I don't care how fucking tough he wants to sound on a Twitter with some snowflake. I'm telling you, he's a cream puff. So if this son of a bitch falls down, we're fucked. Okay, at least James Harden was the insurance policy, because that guy he could play some ball. Sucks he went down. Anyway, the Knicks seem to also be making a push towards the playoffs as well, and I personally would certainly be happy with them in the playoffs also. Of course, if the Knicks face off with the Nets, I gotta lean towards Brooklyn. You know, that's the neighborhood, but, you know, either one, I'd be happy to see win a championship. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen for either one of them. I see the Nets going a lot further because they are playing very well. They'd actually have a shot at the finals if Harden was playing, you know, healthy. But, you know, maybe next year, who knows. The Knicks, hey, listen, I wish them well. I think it's a pipe dream, but stranger things have happened. Okay? So, on What the Fuck Is That? Let's talk about the 2021 Academy Awards, okay? Now, did anyone know that the Academy Awards were last Sunday? Because I didn't. I only found out on Monday, and apparently the rest of the world didn't know either, because it had the lowest fucking viewership that it's ever had in the last 93 fucking years. This thing's been around for 93 years. It's an institution in Hollywood. Now, I'm not one for these fucking award shows, but you know, things like you pop in, maybe you see like your favorite like actor or actress or something. You want to see maybe like a movie that you saw, like, you know, how did it do? I don't even know why they're doing this. Okay, so they had less than 7 million viewers. That's nothing. More people are watching fucking like my big fat fabulous life than watching the fucking Oscars. That's not a lie. Check the fucking ratings, okay? More people watch this show than the fucking Oscars. And I don't know if I should be proud of that or not, okay? Because the Oscars was a fucking debacle. You got a bunch... First of all, you look at this, you don't even recognize anybody. How the hell do they even have an Academy Award? We didn't have movies. Okay, the whole year went by. No, we didn't have one fucking movie. What do we have? Mortal Kombat? That piece of shit King Kong movie? Come on. So they had an award ceremony with a bunch of irrelevant, no-name actors who all got a political opinion, and they all activists. That's why the hell you had less than 7 million. Every single person that came up to speak all bashed the police. All talked about defunding the police. All talked about how many fucking people the police have killed. Well, I shouldn't say people. Black people that the police have killed. Again, not being racist. I'm just repeating what they said. Okay? But yet, all of these fucking people, as soon as somebody raps them on the chin, who they calling? The cops. So you got a bunch of irrelevant actors getting fucking awards for movies that we've never seen. And any fucking, you know, well-to-do actors or well-known actors, they had three fucking actors that they mentioned. Anthony Hopkins, who didn't even go. He accepted his award, you know, through Zoom. Then you got Glenn Close, they just get up and they make a complete ass out of themselves, trying to be relevant. So, I don't know, somebody asked her about a song. She said, oh, I know what that song is. That's The Bot. And then got up and started, like, shaking. Who the fuck wants to see this old white broad shaking her fucking wrinkled old ass? And then you got Harrison Ford. Listen, I'm over Harrison Ford, okay? Enough with this disgruntled actor, oh, I'm famous and angry about it bullshit, okay? Please, you got fucking $900 million in your pocket. You gonna act like you're fucking disgruntled? I'd be high-fiving everybody, swinging my dick left and right, okay? Please. He's 1,000. We're making another Indiana Jones movie. What is that going to be? Okay, Indiana Jones and the fucking wheelchair of doom? Give me a break. So the Academy Awards this year were about as illustrious as a hot fart in the shower, okay? Which personally, if you give me the choice, I'll take the hot fart in the shower. After about the first 5 minutes when the smell of carrots goes away, it's not so bad. Oh yeah. The whole world is fucking going to shit. So, you know what? Something funny popped on my... Before I started doing the Friday wrap-up regularly, I would periodically post... Like I was having... Just to roll you back a little bit if you're new to the show. Last year around this time, my landlord upstairs decided to remodel the fucking house. So I was plagued. I mean, I had like about 42 fucking Mexicans upstairs every day. During a pandemic, when everybody's supposed to be locked away and sequestered and not breathing. There was a whole crew of fucking Mexican refugees upstairs that drove me insane for about 4 months. Okay, just constant banging and noise and all kinds of... It was like torture. And every so often I would... I mean, because it was like all day, like 8 hours a day. And then you're trapped at home trying to work and like you got shit falling on you, banging, banging, banging. It sounded like fucking Telemundo all the time. I mean, I was this close to being put in the fucking rubber room in the puzzle factory. So... periodically, this is actually what started the Friday wrap up. I would post a video of me sitting in my kitchen listening to, because I couldn't sit in my office because it was you couldn't even hear yourself fucking think, plus the dust and everything. So I'd post a video of me in my kitchen basically showcasing this and commenting on it, and people thought it was just fucking hilarious because when I'm fucking miserable, people like it. Hence the appeal. So every so often on Snapchat, you get like these little memory things that'll pop up. Oh, remember this happened, a year ago. So a year ago, like on the 27th, a year ago, last Thursday, I think it was, a Wednesday, one of these little videos popped up. So, and I started laughing because now I got a new fucking noise problem. So, I mean, let me just cut to a little clip of last year. And then come back and tell you what we're doing this year. That's driving Uncle Tommy to fucking drink. Okay? Here we go. Check it out.
Well, good morning. I haven't made one of these videos in a few days. I figured I'd update you as to current state of my pandemic hell. I think today's Monday. Monday the 27th of April. So I think I've been in the Mexican construction zone for probably over a month now. Today they brought friends. There's more Mexicans up there than there is in fucking Mexico City right now. I heard an argument at 7:45 in Spanish. It sounded like Telemundo. Yeah. That happened over my bed. My landlord called me to inform me that the banging is going to get worse. Apparently, they talked her into needing new floors. So they're going to be putting in these floors by hammer and nail, the old-fashioned way, and then they're going to polyurethane it. But wait, it gets better. She tells me that between the sound and the smell of the polyurethane, that perhaps I might consider going someplace else for 4 days. Where the fuck am I going? It's a goddamn pandemic. Where is it? The fucking Marriott's open? Huh? Maybe I should go stay in the parking lot of the Garden City Hotel. Her suggestion to me was, can you go stay with your mom? And for the inconvenience, I'll deduct $250 off the rent. So, for the inconvenience of staying with my mother during... let me just back this up. She suggested, as an alternative to going insane, that I should quarantine myself with Marie Barone for 4 fucking days. And for the inconvenience, she'll give me $250. First of all, sweetheart, that inconvenience would cost you $22,000 a day. What are you, nuts? Okay? I'd rather go fucking Eskimo kiss before I quarantine myself for 4 days with my mother. I'll put a bullet in my head myself. You kidding me? So this is my alternative here. I could get high and gassed out from the fumes of polyurethane if the hammering consistently throughout the day does not drive me fucking insane. Or I can go stay with my mother. First of all, let me just say something. The Chinese broke the world, and the Mexicans are making my life even worse. They've been demolitioning the upstairs of this house for the last fucking 3 weeks. I mean, how much fucking demolition do you need? They're causing more destruction up there than the fucking San Francisco earthquake in 1906. I don't even see anything like it. I went up there the other day. It looks like a bomb hit it. They haven't fucking fixed or built or done anything, and all I hear is banging. I think they just bang on wood with hammers just to drive me insane. You don't understand what's going on here? They took a break finally. They had compressors going. Oh, that's fun. I don't know what they're compressing. They haven't hung a single fucking piece of drywall. The wall of Mexico is going up a lot fucking faster than whatever's happening up there. I don't know what they're doing up there, but my ceiling is fucking vibrating. You understand? The whole goddamn ceiling is vibrating. I hear things falling behind the wall. I don't know what's going on. All day long. You hear it? I don't know if you can hear it. It's vibrating. My kitchen right now, what I'm sitting in, the seat, is vibrating. Ooh, now it's stopped. This is how insanity starts. It starts with vibrating and banging, and the next thing you know, you're chewing on your fucking shoelaces in a rubber room somewhere in Bellevue. So you could look forward to more of these cheerful videos. Some of you have expressed utter delight in my misery. So, I mean, if I could titillate somebody with my misfortunes throughout this epic crisis, why the fuck not, right? So, that's it for now. Let's just hope I don't end up in a straitjacket today. So, this year, okay, I don't have a construction crew upstairs. Instead, my landlord's nephew and his wife are staying with her because they just sold their house. I don't get this. This is a story I got. I don't know the particulars because I stopped listening like 3 seconds into what she started telling me. So, Reader's Digest version: nephew, niece, kid all moved in upstairs because they sold their house because, height of the market. I guess they got top dollar, but now they don't have a house to live in, so they're here now. And they got this kid. She's a little 4-year-old toddler. And I swear to God, when this kid wakes up in the morning, they start her off with 2 bumps of cocaine and a fucking Red Bull. Because from 6 o'clock on, all you hear is a kid running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Now, this idiot ripped out all the soundproofing upstairs. So I hear everything. You know this. So, but this kid's got like concrete fucking legs. I don't need to get woken up with this shit. During the week, I don't mind so much. But on the weekend, I got a fucking problem with it. I went from a fucking Mexican army of hammerers to a toddler with a cocaine problem in a year. Imagine this shit. So, of course, I say something yesterday. And she goes, oh, she's very difficult. I don't give a fuck how difficult she is. Take the cocaine away. So you would think, after hearing that, you might go upstairs and say, hey, listen, maybe let your kid run outside. There's a whole backyard you could run in, right? No. Within 15 minutes of me saying this, they must have fucking fed this kid an 8-ball. Because, she was like going like fucking bananas up there. I said, do I need this fucking shit? Seriously, in a year, I go, this must be the new thing. Like every April, let's see what kind of noise factor we could introduce into the house to make him go fucking crazy. So anyway, that's your Friday wrap up. Enjoy the weather this weekend. It's supposed to be nice. And I'll see you when I see you.